ingesting something that, literally interferes with the function of the cell, and the cell dies just from how toxic the breakdown of that is in the body. So bad stuff. Fat-free, low-fat, number 13. They're not good for your health. It's a fact that fake fats when they went through the craze in the 90s of fat-free diets.
Right.
Everything was fat-free, and they came up with all this imitation fat. It was all a bunch of chemicals, and there was a rise in gallbladder surgeries.
Interesting.
So, in order to keep that gallbladder flushed and clean, you need good lemon water, but olive oil. Olive oil is just such a good fat in the body, and then flaxseed as well, coconut oil. But for years and years, olive oil has been available before some of these other, things that are available now. And actually, it was 20, 30 years ago they were talking about how bad coconut oil was for you. And coconut oil is not bad for you. It's fabulous.
To me, you just got to get it at the right dosage, because I do not like the coconut burps.
The coconut burps.
If I get it at the right dosage, then I don't get that. But
okay.
That's why I'm so nervous about trying other people's coconut oil stuff, because usually they give me the burps.
Okay.
So, and I don't like that.
And you don't like that. Might have to drink some ginger tea before maybe you have samplings of the food. But our body needs good fats, and fats break fats down. So if you have these imitation fats, or you don't have enough fat in your diet, then your liver is going to start creating more fat if you're not eating enough, or if your body isn't able to break fats down. Then high lipase is an enzyme, that you can get at kingdomofhealing.com, that helps to break fats down. And then there's other digestive aids, the food enzymes and stuff that help to break them down. But, the thing is the fat-free and low-fat, the low-fat foods don't even taste good.
Right.
Low-fat yogurt tastes really sour, but you get, the 4% milk fat or all the milk fat in it, and it has a much creamier taste to it. So, but okay, so number 13 is fat-free, low-fat. They're not good for you, and those who consumed fake fat products have had a problem with the liver producing too much fats, too much cholesterol. They end up with a high cholesterol level, and they're wondering, why do I have a high cholesterol level when I'm eating a low-fat diet? It's because, it's not a diet that your body can use.
So what's an example of a high?
Your corn oils, plus their, fat-free is no fat.
Right,
right. And then low-fat is where, like, your skim milk.
Okay.
Which milk's not really good for you anyway. We're the only nation that consumes milk after, we've weaned the child.
Really? Because I go through milk like crazy.
It should be goat milk. It should be going through goat milk. Or, it's really easy to make your own almond milk.
That's
very easy. You buy, raw almonds. You just soak them overnight.
Interesting.
And a little bit of Himalayan salt, not much, and some alkaline water, and about 3 cups of. You got to hydrate those almonds up by soaking them.
Okay.
And then take about 3 cups of your soaked raw almonds. Put that in a blender, preferably like a Blendtec, and then a pinch of Himalayan salt, 85, minerals in it. And then just start with about a cup of water, and preferably alkaline water or Fuji water if you don't have an alkaline machine or access to it. Fuji water at 7.5, and then just keep adding to that. It may top out that 3 or 4 cups.
Right, and if you were listening to previous shows, you know where to get one of those alkaline water machines. So.
Yes. And I didn't bring the number with me today, but you can send me an email at kingdomofhealing4you@yahoo.com, and I'll send you some information on how to get that. And okay, so 14, alcohol. A 14-year study, it showed more than 200,000 that drank one or more glasses daily had a 30% increase in breast cancer. Cancer compared to women who didn't drink, they compared this to women who didn't drink at all, and so there was a 30% increase in that. Also problems with cancer of the mouth, liver cancer, esophagus, colon rectal cancers. So 27 studies have been reviewed before publishing the results of a 14-year study. So 15 is red meat. If you're not purchasing grass-fed, free-range meat, you're taking in genetically modified food in the sense that that's what was fed to a cow.
Right.
So,
see, and that's what Proposition 105 is trying to tell you, that they're not really GMO, so we shouldn't have to label them. But, that's not what they're saying. But if you start out with that seed and the cow eats
their food,
and you eat the cow, well, you just,
Yeah. Because a lot of them are hay-fed, they're hay-fed, and then, they get to a certain weight, and then they go over to the feedlot. The feedlot, they're still getting hay, but they're getting lots of corn. Lots and lots of corn.
And that
molasses.
Corn is differently grown.
Oh, it's the feed corn.
It's the feed corn. It's not what we eat.
Right,
corn.
but the feed corn is GMO for sure.
For Count on that.
Absolutely. Unless you are, and people who raise naturally raised beef, they don't, or buffalo, for that matter, they're grass-fed. And they're grass-fed on a native grass that is not crop-dusted.
Right.
So the meat, and it takes longer. It takes longer to feed out an animal that is just grass-fed. So it's it's worth more money to the ranchers to feed them the corn and everything and fatten them up really, really quick, because there's 6 to 8 months that they can get their money sooner. When they're raising beef.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah. So the thing is that it's not only the GMO grains, but they give them a lot of inoculations. Is another thing.
That is true.
And there's a lot of antibiotics that are in the feed because they're all kept in close quarters, and try by a feedlot. It's like, wow. They stink. It's just it's terrible.
Oh yeah.
The smell enough is enough to let you know that this is bad. This is bad, and that's going to be sold at the grocery store. So, yeah. The other thing too is that look at how they're just in that confinement. How do you feel when you're confined? Your adrenals are just firing off, that adrenaline is just going out there into your muscles, just like it does with the animals. And so you've got all that adrenaline from this animal that is pumped all throughout their muscles. So.
And that makes the meat tougher.
It makes it tougher. Yes, it does. Plus, you know, it's like doing a glandular, a protomorphogen, which, you know, like is to like. So, you know, you have thyroid glandular, adrenal glandular, pancreatic, you know, pancreas glandular, liver glandular. You know, they have that chemical makeup that when you take that in, it seeks it out in the body, and it goes directly to, you know, a thyroid glandular goes directly to the thyroid. Liver glandular goes directly to the liver. And, you know, it has the nutrients, the chemical structure to help in the aiding of feeding and rebuilding. But the body is also at that point pretty much functioning off of that, while your gland is resting and healing and building back up, you know. And so you do, you know, you can do, you know, kelp and Irish moss, things like that, to alfalfa, to feed the glands, you know, to help initiate, you know, the healing, as well, to work with, synergistically to work with the glandular. So, you know, but the thing is that this is like an excess of adrenaline. So if that adrenaline is in the meat and we take it in and we digest it, and then that excess makes its way into our bloodstream, it's exhausting to our adrenal glands over a period of time because of all of this adrenaline that's being picked up in the meat. You know?
Very interesting.
Yeah, so, you know, it's another reason for, you know, you've got to think it through on the process with the food, and you know, and then sometimes you get so much information that you find out that you're really doing a lot of thinking. You know, it really frustrates people around you. It does. It's like, oh, okay, well, all right, you just kind of blew it. That's what I was kind of thinking about. So, you know, one thing that is, you know, there's the adrenaline. So that's like hormone poisoning in the meat, and it's this adrenaline that I'm talking about. It actually then, since it's a hormone, then it creates an imbalance. It's such an excess that then that creates an imbalance with the rest of the endocrine system, where all of the hormones. Okay, so what ends up happening is that's one of the contributing factors to, you know, breast cancer, prostate cancer, colon cancer, cancer of the glandular system, you know, thyroid, adrenals, ovaries, testes. Okay, so that's, you know, you've got to take a look at what your consumption of red meat is that is commercially finished out. See, so
gotcha.
Yeah, okay. So it's, you know, it's really, it's so much better. Everybody listening, I know everybody listening has a grocery store, or, you know, a Whole Foods, or a Sprouts, or maybe, you know, it's great like it is in Denver, where all the grocery stores have, you know, they all sell organic produce, and they do have aisles with, you know, natural food items and stuff. And so, you know, it's pay the extra. Pay attention to the circulars, the weekly circulars, whatever meats are on sale.
Right.
Buy those meats that are on sale. Buy plenty of it. Double wrap them, mark them clearly, you know, put them in the freezer. Yeah, and do it that way, because they're $2 or $3 a pound more, and so, you know, you've got to find it when it's on sale. It's not like the produce end of it. You know, certified organic produce can be 10 cents, like bananas can be 10 cents more. You know, spinach might be 50 cents more. Kale might be 50 cents more, you know. So it's really, from a produce standpoint, it's really not.